Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel and this update and finale for Pan Those Eyeshadows slash Pan in Everything. In this project I'm working on 7 products. 4 are from eyeshadow palettes. I have 1 single eyeshadow that I'm working on, and then I have 2 face products that I want to hit pan on. So let's start off with the 2 eyeshadows that have been randomized for my whole collection. I had absolutely no say in what those would be. I just don't want anything that is too similar to something else, right? So if it was too similar, I could randomize again, but basically it is randomized, and the first shade comes from this palette. This is the Eden Square palette by Style London or Style London. I randomized the number 6 in here, and so I got to work on this shade right here. Unfortunately, there's just a dip and no pan in sight. I do think I could hit pan on it rather quickly, but I had other shades that were quite similar to this in my other palettes that I was working on, and so I didn't use it that much. I only used it twice more for a total of 5 times in this project. Not a lot, but we do have a nice dip, so I don't think it will take too long to hit pan on this. It is a lovely shade. It's not why I didn't use it, like I said, but yeah. It's nice to see a little bit more use on this palette. I mean, especially if I could get some dips on the other shades, this would actually look a lot more used. Right now I only have dips in these 2 shades and a little bit maybe in this one. So it doesn't look too abused, you know, not too used, not too loved, and I haven't really loved it that much, so it's as it should be, I guess. But, you know, I would like to have some more dips and some more pans showing in this at some point. But that's not now. So let's move on to the next palette. And the next shade that was also randomized for me, and that comes from All That Matters. This palette by Makeup Mecca. I chose, or not I randomized the shade Bamboo. And so I have been working on this one. Not too much. I've only used it twice as well. And as you can see, or as you can see, there is really no difference. I can see that I have touched it, but maybe I could see that before by just swatching it. I actually thought it was a nicer shade than I had anticipated. I thought it was pretty nice on me, actually. I have been dabbling in warmer eyeshadows lately and, you know, warmer toned foundations and stuff. And I realized that it really depends on, you know, the rest of the makeup if I can wear cooler or warmer shades. And so that's really nice, like a nice discovery, because that opens a lot of doors. So yeah, I don't have a lot to show you on this palette, but it has really opened my eyes a bit by just using it twice and actually liking it. And so we move over to the next 2 shades that come from palettes that have been randomized, but where I could choose the shades. And first up, we have the Honey Dream palette from ZC. I chose this shade right here, and I used it for the first time like 2 days ago or something, and it was really nice. It was just as I thought, and you know what I was kind of craving at the time when I was choosing it, like, oh, I would like to wear more pinks, but on the other hand, I want to wear everything else as well, so I have a really hard time deciding what to wear. And lately I have just been trying to use my Pan That palette a lot, and yeah, to just try to get it out at some point and get really good usage. And that's why I've only used this once. Not great, but we'll get into the great progress right here. And that is my Revolution palette, Mesmerize. I chose shade number 2, and as you might already be able to see, I have hit pan. So I have hit pan right there. And this was drawn in right after I'd had this for level 5 in my level up project. So I was quite tired of it, so I chose a shade where I had like good progress, and I knew I only had to use it once or twice more, and I was right. I only had to use it twice more to actually hit pan. It's a lovely shade, really easy to use. I like this palette overall. So that was our first pan for today. And let's move on to the single. The single I only have to use once. I just want to use my single eyeshadows at some point during the year because I almost never use them. I don't see the point of them unless maybe it's like a lid setting shade, that would be practical because not all palettes have a lid setting shade in them. So it really would be nice to have that on the side and always be able to reach for it. I actually had one that I finished. Was that this year or last year? I don't remember, but I have finished it and it was so easy to go through it. It was really convenient to have. And so I think that's the only kind of single eyeshadow that I feel like I need in my collection. I have a few that have really, really pretty shades like this one. This is also from ZC. Like nice shades, but I would rather have it in a palette, you know? But I have it, so I am trying to use it. I have used it at least once, maybe twice. I think I've used it twice. I don't remember. I think I used it in my inner corner, which I've never done before. And then I think I tried it all over my lids or something. I'm not sure. But at least I've used it in my inner corners. At least I've used it once, which is my goal for this little section in this project, to just use the singles. And then we come to the face products. Now I have been working on this one from Revolution. It's a bronzer for the longest time. I don't know how many months, but in the past month or months, I think it's been 2 months since I actually did this update, which is really sad when you think about the low usage I have on the other products, you know. But this one I've used 22 times, so that's not too shabby, especially considering all of the other usage, which has been really bad. But 22 times for a total of 128 uses in this project. And this is what it looks like right now. I don't have a pan yet. I am able to see, can you see that little dip in the middle? I've not been able to see that before, so that's a win. That's really a win. But it's so annoying when you use something so many times and you see no progress. Like, I can't see the rings any more than I did a few months ago. Yeah, it just feels like this will go on forever and ever, and it is a little bit too warm toned for me, so I can't use too much. I'm never 100% happy with how it looks. So, yeah, this was a little bit of a bummer. I really hoped that I would be able to hit pan by the end of the year, but alas, here we are, no pan. However, the next product and the last one is the blush from the Beauty Crop. This is a blush duo called the Orion Glow Blush Duo. And I wanted to hit pan, and I did, and I didn't have to use it that many times either. I only used it 6 more times to actually hit pan, which is amazing. I want to finish this completely next year, and that will be my blush for the year. And then I will try to use eyeshadows for my cheeks most of the time. But yeah, I'm really, really happy. So we have 2 pans, this one and this one. And then we have 1 rollout. And then of course this is the finale, so everything is rolling out really, but you know, that would be the organic use. Rollouts. Okay, so that is how we end this year. This hasn't been the greatest Pan Those Eyeshadows series like this year. I did so well last year and the year before that, but since I've been really focusing on my Pan That palette this year and trying to get shades out, which takes so much longer than to hit pan, I just haven't had the time to use all of this. And so next year will be radically different because I love hitting pans. I want to see more pans in my collection. And so I will try to hit as many pans as possible and not really use up too many shades. And that will be my goal for next year, to use my collection and to hit a lot of pans. I really hope you're in for the ride. Subscribe if you haven't already and want to see that. And that's it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye.